when you miss one of the girls, it becomes a weird, like, cult dance. Imagine that scenario right there in real life. That's terrifying.
That's some sorority stuff. That's what you see in a sorority.
I lost that.
Yo, what's up guys, Prince Charming. We're going to be checking out Jaiden Animation's strange video games I played as a kid on today's video. Hopefully I'm in for like a nostalgic little trip because I'm sure me and Jaiden are around the same age. I'm 22. I'm sure she's around that age because she went to college. She has to be, you know, maybe 23, 24. So we're probably going to be into the same video games as a kid. I don't know for sure how old she is, but I'm sure we're around the same age, so I'm sure I will recognize a good portion of the video games she's going to mention. Because I did play strange games as a kid. I used to be that kid that would play, you know, miniclip.com, addictinggames.com. I used to have a Game Boy. I used to have a lot of things that I used to play video games on. So a lot of strange video games will not be new to me because your boy is a veteran in that field. Don't forget to hit me with a like, subscribe, and go and comment. What is the oldest game you remember playing as a kid? The oldest game I remember playing as a kid was this game. It was on the Super Nintendo and I completely forgot the name of it, but it was like a fighting game that came with the Super Nintendo. So if there's ever a game that came bundled with the Super Nintendo where it was like a fighting game, you could be like an alien something, or you know, it was like some weird creatures you can be. It wasn't Tekken, it wasn't like a popular video game fighting franchise that we all know and love today. It was something just on the Super Nintendo. So please comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. Enough of me talking though, let's go and check out Jaiden Animation, strange video games I played as a kid. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This Powerpuff Girls? I never played this game.
Oh no, that door is not locked. I watched that woman just waltz right through.
And then she locked the door on you.
As a kid, my first video game experience was when my parents got me a Game Boy
when
I was 5.
Game Boy!
Couch sideways to be under the lamp so I could actually see the game because otherwise it was like playing nothing. My parents eventually got me that big bulky light add-on so I wouldn't have to look like a moth whenever I wanted to play Super Circuit. Those were classic childhood days.
I remember the Game Boy Advance no light.
So good, but also straight up crap. You can't see the games because the screen is too dark? I don't know, here's a tiny light bulb. I played mainstream games like Pokemon and Mario and Kirby, but my parents also got me really random games they probably just found in the clearance bin at the store, which made for a mix of some interesting gaming experiences. And I kinda wanted to relive the glory days and see if the games actually were like I remember.
Let's relive them!
A bunch of them, and here's what happened. First game, Powerpuff Girls Battle Hymn for the Game Boy.
Never played Powerpuff Girls.
I didn't have a Game Boy Color, so I got to play it on my Game Boy Advance SP with half the cartridge sticking out.
Woo! Me too!
To get past the first stage and just replay the first screen all the time. Granted, as a kid, I loved the feeling of starting a new game and would always restart a Pokemon file because I liked the clean slate feeling.
Alright, I just want to pause it right there just to say that I too have the Game Boy Advance SP, a million times better than the Game Boy Advance. Rechargeable battery, an actual light on it so you can actually see, plus you can play Game Boy Color games like she mentioned. It just has the cartridge sticking out. But yeah, the Game Boy Advance SP was the rich boy status. Like if you were rocking that and everybody else had their Game Boy Advances, you look like the dude. You look like that was equivalent to having AirPods in your ear while everyone else still had the wired headphones. Like you were that kid on the block.
I was like, maybe I never got too far because of similar reasoning. No, not the case. This game can go die in a hole. I love it. It's my childhood. But oh my god, someone could hit all of them with a hammer and I would not be sad. You play as
Was it hard?
May I mention, looks weirdly buff. Even as a kid, I was like, is this Bubbles a man? You fly around and collect, like, everything. There's so many collectibles, and I don't know what any of them do. Rings, trading cards, plutonium, hearts, phones.
Wow!
People, but it's almost impossible.
So much collectibles.
The flying mechanics are like trying to control melting butter over a saucepan. The whole game is an ice level in the sky. There's also criminals afoot, and they're ready to fight you. You can beat them up, but I also like how if you just walk past them, they'll square up and then just go, meh, whatever.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a good game.
Alright, who gave the nerd a gun?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is a kid you're shooting
at.
at.
What the heck is that? Is he hitting me? I don't think he's hitting me. I think he's just spinning angrily. Anyway, this game is bullcrap. The levels are huge and way too open for the screen size, so you get lost. Moving around is a nightmare. Things you need to do to progress are cryptic as heck.
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
level, you've got to find a key after rescuing Miss Bellum. Where's the key? Under a secret cave that's almost invisible
What?
and hard to get to. That's not level 1 material.
I would have never found
You'll
that.
find it on your own. Because the controls are garbage, and I'm honestly just trying to survive.
I feel you,
Playing after
Jaiden.
Getting halfway through the second.
I feel you, Jaiden.
All way too difficult to figure out without a guide.
I would
watched this
not
guy
have
through
played
the game
that.
to see if I was just being an idiot with video games, and he wasn't having much different of an experience. I felt better about myself after that. Next game, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I played
I'm
this!
really liking this game, probably because SpongeBob was.
I played this
So I
game!
decided to revisit it. I
Oh.
was shot down real quick. This game's a platformer with a pretty simple plot. Plankton made a bunch of robots to steal a crappy
and then you gotta, like,
forgot to
fight them
switch the
off.
Plankton lever to on. And why bother just flipping it to obey when it's already down anyway? So now there's robots all over the place, not obeying anyone, and SpongeBob needs to do something about it because Mr. Krabs says they're scaring away me customers.
I remember playing this video game because my friend from like 2 streets down in my neighborhood where I live, like he had it, and I had some other game. I think it was like Metroid or some Metroid game, and it was a trade-off. Because I already played Metroid, it's not like I thought the SpongeBob game was much better. It was just the fact that I already played Metroid, so I wanted literally any other game to play. He had that, so I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. Like, so we switched off, and I actually found it to be kind of fun. The only reason why I really liked it is because I didn't have cable growing up, so I didn't really watch SpongeBob as a kid growing up. Like, I started watching it, you know, around maybe when I was 11-ish, 10-ish, 12-ish, but not any younger than that when a lot of other kids started watching it. So I was just so interested in anything SpongeBob related because I couldn't watch it on TV.
But the thing is, the robots are kind of harmless. They just ponder around and
I remember this!
necessarily evil.
That's so
Even when you
crazy!
bump into them, they're like, oh, pardon me. This robot can't harm you. This big guy wouldn't hurt a fly. This one takes you to where you need to go. I
Aw.
don't see much of an issue here other than the fact there's just robots walking around.
So you are the villain.
Does someone have a gun? Oh my god, this one's just a bazooka. So the majority of the enemies in the game aren't enemies. They're
Aww.
just objects/platforms to help you get to the end of the
Aw.
level. But the
I
thing
never
about
really
this game
realized
is
that.
Someone put the gravity to like 300%. SpongeBob can't jump high or far enough to cover almost any ground. So most of the time you have to redo a bunch of stuff because if you don't wait until the last little pixel of the platform, then you ain't making that jump. It's
Yeah, that jump has no air to
bunch of
it.
frustration to the game.
No
Not to mention
hops.
The robots you're supposed to jump or stand on move so slow.
No
And
bunnies.
Most of the time when you get to them, they're moving the opposite direction. So you have to wait for them to slowly float all the way back to you a decade later.
I can
only
see
for
that
you
being an
to
issue.
Miss the jump because the gravity is bricks. I played through the whole game.
Oh,
the amount of
gosh.
times I died because I couldn't see the next platform, or had to take leaps of faith, or even just got hit with bullets.
I remember those issues. Wow.
The camera, you're making me dizzy.
Oh
Don't
my
camera.
gosh.
I don't know where I can't. Oh my god. I thought the boss levels were decent. They're probably the easiest parts of the game, though. The Patrick robot was horrifying, and I don't want to.
That is scary. I don't wanna-
I have great memories playing it like 13 years ago, but right now it's dead to me. Great game. I played it a bunch as a kid. It can burn in a ditch. Moving on.
I agree.
Barbie Groovy.
I agree.
I know.
Not with this
sounds
though.
weird.
Don't play Barbie.
No, I wasn't. My parents just gave it to me, and I played it because what else was I gonna do?
So now there was some girly things that I used to watch or play that many of y'all would like not approve as a boy or a man. Okay, so first off, this show called Totally Spies. I didn't watch it religiously, but I watched a couple of episodes. And people think that's girly, so you know, I guess, but Totally Spies was kind of cool to me. Powerpuff Girls, I watched that, not religiously like I said before, but I've surely seen a good amount of episodes, but apparently that's girly to some people, but to other people that's okay because it's Powerpuff Girls. It's a classic. And then last but not least, okay, I surely didn't watch this, but Bratz. You know those Bratz dolls? They had like this animated TV series that my sister used to watch. So whenever it was on TV, like I'll just like sit down, you know, and just like watch it with her. Don't remember any of the characters, don't remember the plot, but I sat down and watched it with her because, you know, I was just trying to be there for my sister, even though I was the younger one. Trust me, I don't watch Bratz. Don't play with Bratz dolls. It was just like those weird, girly little moments that I had as a kid.
Not play it. Unlike the other games I've talked about so far, this one's just a bunch of Barbie-themed mini-games. Tic-tac-toe, draughts, which is a fancy
okay, I guess.
checkers. This weird horse racing version of Hangman.
That's,
Connect 4.
I
Fun
guess,
fact about
fun.
Me, I will always lose at Connect 4. I think what happens is I just get too focused on what I'm doing to notice the other person winning. I suck at Connect 4 and I'm proud.
I used to be like that, but I'm better at Connect 4.
More than others, but the one I remember the most as a kid was Barbie's version of Snake.
Snake? Okay.
Conga line.
Conga line. Oh, wow.
They took Snake and were like, but what if instead of a snake eating apples, it's a bunch of Barbies dancing in a conga line, and they can like pick up Barbies along the way.
I guess that's cool. That's unique. That's different.
This.
Yeah.
Stupid and hilarious, and I can't get enough of it. Look at those moves. They are having the.
They really doing a conga line.
Bedroom, I think. Also, when you miss one of the girls, it becomes a weird, like, cult dance. Imagine that scenario right there in real life. That's terrifying.
That's some sorority stuff. That's what you see in a sorority.
I lost at most of the other games against Teresa, but we don't need to talk about that. It's one of those pick up and put down
Who's
wherever
Teresa?
you want kind of games. And I understand why I liked it as a kid. Finally, we've gotten to the last game.
The last game.
Because it's a plug and play game. I had a couple
SpongeBob?
of these as a kid. The SpongeBob plug and play and the Nicktoons plug and play. And also the Disney one, but I didn't like that one as much. The Nicktoons plug and play was my favorite as a kid, so I wanted to replay that one. There's a Fairly Odd Parents game that's kind of just Pac-Man.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Ladders and aliens.
Jimmy Neutron.
Right.
You got all these games?
Board game thing you can play with friends. But the games that I wanted to talk about are the Rocket Power one and the other SpongeBob games.
I like how she's mentioning a lot of SpongeBob games because there were a lot of SpongeBob games because the Game Boy Advance did not have only one. I remember playing at least like 2 or 3 different versions of them. And I wish she was one of those kids. Okay, maybe the internet wasn't created when she was this young. I just realized that. But I was going to say it's too bad she's not one of those kids who grew up playing internet games. Because I was one of those kids back when I had dial-up internet. You know, dial-up internet where you can't be on your home phone plus the internet at the same time. You got to choose one or the other. So we had our specific time zones, like time slots where we can go on the internet for about an hour and a half during the evening time. And whenever it was my time, I used to go on, like I said, mini clip addicting games, sometimes even Nickelodeon.com, and play these games, these SpongeBob games, these internet games, these miscellaneous games, just anything I can get my hands on, I will play it. And it was some good old times. Wow, nostalgic.
I loved the Rocket Power one and would mainly play the plug and play just for this game specifically. It's basically a top-down scroll game where you avoid obstacles, go through flags. And
I guess that's cool.
For points. But
that'll bore me
my
out
favorite
quickly.
aspect of the game. I liked this part.
The music?
You get points from jumping and literally demolishing
Oh, okay.
skateboarders. So go out of my way.
That's kind of gruesome.
Destroy as many other children as
Oh my gosh, Jaiden.
I didn't care how much it slowed down my time. That was
Jaiden, calm down.
A 10 out of 10 game, entertained me for years. The objective of the SpongeBob game was to shoot Krabby Patties into the mouths of everyone in town and grab the money they toss on the ground. I mean, it's
okay, I
conventional,
did not
but
play this
there's
one.
Nothing particularly wrong with that business exchange. Everyone just wants a Krabby Patty, so as long
You just
as
gotta shoot it in their
you
mouth?
can kind of just shoot them at whoever. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that, man.
He didn't want a Krabby Patty.
Alright, besides that guy, you can just shoot them at. Oh no! That kid's dead? What happened there? I mean, he looked not too upset about the fact
Get away from the
that he
evidence!
balloon while he was dangling 15 feet in the air. I guess the world moves on. I'll just not think about it and keep doing this Krabby Patty stuff. Alright, cool. It didn't hinder me at all in the end. It was for the greater good. Another 10 out of 10.
The greater
that
good.
was my nostalgic trip down weird video games.
Oh.
It was surprisingly fun and also not fun to revisit these old games. Opening them up again and seeing the graphics and hearing the music gave me immediate flashbacks. when I played them.
Nostalgia, right?
But also trying to actually beat them made me want to never play them ever again and kind of tainted the illusion they were good and fun games. Looking at you, Powerpuff Girls and Battlefield.
Aww. Poor Jaiden.
Yes. Kind of. Alright, I actually think I had more frustrated hours than fun hours. But did I have at least a little fun?
You had a little fun.
The ratio.
Aww.
That much. Should you do this? I don't care.
That was it for this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Jaiden Animations with another amazing video. Strange video games I played as a kid. It's so crazy because we played the same exact SpongeBob game. Not the last one that she mentioned, but the first one, the Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's the one I played. I remember that video game. Oh my gosh, the nostalgic trip. And she is speaking facts. Like, a lot of the video games that you played back in the day as a kid, you think it's amazing. And then if you were to play it today, like, you notice all of the flaws. But I guess that's just a part of the growing process. Like, video games were not flawless back then, and they're not flawless today, but they're much better today. You know, a lot more thought goes into them, a lot more development, a lot more people working on the projects because video games are taken much more seriously nowadays, so that is a good thing. But even though a video game you played in the past and then you play it now and you find out it's terrible or it's like jinky, has a lot of bugs, it doesn't mean that it's not a good game. It just means it's not a good game now. Like, during its time, it was probably a complete game changer that brought you so much fun. Don't forget to hit me with a like, subscribe, comment on this video if you want to reply from yours truly, Prince Charming. My name is Prince Hawk. Stay charming, my friends.